you had a lovely weekend. Let's grab a ball. Let's just get back into our body for the week. Let's take a moment to look around our room, wherever we are, and just notice where we're at. Notice something in your room that you don't notice every day, that you might just walk past and know that it's there, but just acknowledge something. Acknowledge something that you might not have seen in ages. I don't know. I'm looking at a pipe in this space. I've never really noticed it's there because nobody really looks at pipes. But find something in the space that you're in that just sits there silent all the time and just recognize it. Let's get that ball going a little bit wider this morning. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we do that, let's just widen our arms. Okay, widen our arms, see if we can get to the full extent. And let's just take a couple of deep breaths in. And just think about that thing that sits there all the time in your space. And let's bring our arms a little bit closer together. Let's close our eyes for this. And let's take a deep breath in. Let's fill your lungs as much as you can this morning. And let's just keep that object, whatever it is, in your mind, just because we can. Let's take that deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. And let's take another deep breath in. And then on the way out this time, I want you to smile with that mouth, but also bring a real Monday small smile that might get a little bit bigger to your tummy. Let's take that breath in again. And out. We're going to do this a few more times to get into our Monday, but what I want you to do this time is I want you to drop your number one vertically. Okay, so maybe you've got your right hand on top, and maybe you can switch this around as we move through this. Let's take another deep breath in. This week, guys, we've got three words we're going to delve into. So the theme of the week this week came from a quote last week. I'll repeat that quote in a little bit, but it's choices, chances, and changes. Okay, and we're going to give our balls names this week. Okay, so let's just, as we just reflect on those three words, just take another deep breath in. Choices, chances, and changes. Three things that happen all the time, consciously or subconsciously in our life. Let's switch over so that other hand's on top this time in our number one. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to reflect on today, on right now, on Monday. What does Monday mean to you? Maybe historically in your mind, Monday means something, especially from being young people. Monday's the start of our week. It's after the weekend. Monday might be the start of your week. It might be the end of your weekend. Just reflect for a minute or two as we bring a smile to our face, a smile to our tummy on what Monday means. Feel that ball between both of your hands. Take a deep breath in. Just think about what Monday is to you. And if it's not the same thing every week, reflect on today. What does it mean to you? What is today going to bring into your life? Okay, let's go back horizontal with that ball. Let's bat it back and forth. So for our gratitude this morning, I'm going to start off your sentence. Okay, and you're going to finish it off. Okay, so if you can do this with your eyes closed, great. If you can't, just keep them open and just bat it back and forth. The idea really is to forget about this ball, maybe ping pong it back and forth, bring some change to the arms, maybe lift the arms up here, and maybe just bring a little bit of movement without really thinking into your body, but keeping this ball going. So the affirmation that I'm going to start off for you is going to release some gratitude, but I want you to reflect on it and think about the end of the sentence. I am grateful to have people in my life that blank. I'll say that again. I'm grateful to have people in my life that blank. So that blank space is for you just to have 30 seconds to be grateful, to be thankful, and to finish off that sentence. Let's open your eyes. Let's look at that ball going back and forth. Let's just have a moment to think about that thing in our room that we never look at, that we never see, that we never recognize is there. Maybe think about where that came from. Was it built into the house when the house was built? Did somebody put it there? Did you put it there? And whatever that thing is, give it a little smile. And in between your juggling, give it a little wave, just because we can. Just because it's there. And it was somebody's choice, I suppose, to put that there. Right, in that specific space. Okay, right, let's have a little bit of jumping up and down. Let's get into our bodies a bit this morning. It's freezing in this space again because all the frost and all the snow. So let's do maybe 5-star jumps to get into our body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just shake all of those thoughts around our head. Reflect on the weekend. Think about one thing this weekend that happened that made you smile. And let's get going. So let's start off with 2 balls in our hand. Okay, so again, as I said, this week is about choice, it's about chance, and it's about change. Today, we're just going to kind of touch on each of those things, but we're going to dig a little bit deeper as we go forward into the week. I'm going to start with the quote that I said last week. You make a choice to take a chance, or life won't ever change. So just reflect on that for a second. What does that mean for you? What do you take from that? You make a choice to take a chance, or life won't change. Let's start with 4-4. Okay, so we're throwing a 4 up, and we're throwing a 4 up, and just let that quote wash over you this morning. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at one of your balls. Okay, and I want you to identify one of your balls as your choice ball this morning. Okay, if you've got 3 different balls, great. Okay, because we're going to continue with that ball being your choice ball. So I've got a blue ball here, red ball, and that's going to be my choice ball. And what I want you to do is, as you watch that ball go up and down, if you're finding it difficult to do it with 2, just do it with 1. I want you to reflect on that word. I want you to think about the last time that you had a choice, that you needed to choose something, choose a direction to go in. And in my research this morning, I was looking into what a choice was. And I found that I was reflecting on it as I was reading. We can make a choice, or we can wait for that choice to come to us. Okay, so just reflect on that. Take a few deep breaths. And let's introduce that kind of idea of a conscious choice into our day. And what I want you to do is I want you to make a choice to make a change with that ball. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to throw it up. And instead of waiting for that to land in your hand, I want you to take it out the air. Okay, so let's throw it up. It will naturally come down. It will naturally find its way, as everything generally tends to do. Or we can take that choice. We can make that choice. So what we're doing here is we're recognizing that there's that choice we can make in our day to make a change, to take a chance. or we can wait for it to happen for us. So there's no right and wrong answer, but it's just recognizing the difference between those two things, waiting for that choice to come to us, or maybe making that choice. So let's go with 2 balls now. Let's add our chance ball into this. Okay. And let's leave the choice for a second where it is. And let's throw them both up at the same time. And what I want you to do is I want you to throw them up, close your eyes and catch them. Okay. The more practiced and rehearsed you are at this, the easier it's going to be. Okay. So closing your eyes, we're taking that chance. Okay. We might catch them, we might not. Okay, you might find, I've found a few times that I'm catching them every time. If that is the case, what I want you to do is I want you to throw them up, clap, and then catch them. But keep those eyes closed. Throw the balls up, clap, then catch them. Okay? Every time we drop in that ball, recognize it as something that's just dropping. We can pick it right back up again. But the point really here is to just take that chance. Take that clap and try and catch those balls. Try and remember where those balls were thrown from. And kind of, it's a little bit of a stab in the dark because we go in there and we're hoping, and we do that every day. Maybe not every day, but a lot of days and a lot of times. And as we do this, I just want you to reflect on what chances might come your way today, what opportunities might come your way. You might recognize them as an opportunity. You might recognize them as a chance. Is it a positive chance? Is it a negative chance? Just reflect on that. You know what's going to happen in your day to day. And let's think about what chances are going to present themselves to you. Well, what is a chance? What does that mean to you? So let's have a few minutes just working through your choice ball and your chance ball just being thrown up, clapping, catching, or just catching. If you're struggling to throw and think, throw and catch or drop, and just have a moment of reflection there. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in. Let's remember that thing, that object that we looked at earlier on. Just bring it back into your mind for a second. And let's just reflect 20 more seconds. Again, when you drop the ball, just pick it right back up again. Recognize it as that day veering off. Okay, so if we can, let's go to 3-3-4-4, 3-3-4-4. Try and find a little bit of rhythm there. So if you're not quite sure what that 3-3-4-4 is, a 3-3 is this pattern here, and a 4-4 is this. Okay, so you can just go for one or the other, or if you can, add them together. Okay. And what we're trying to do, and what we'll try and do through this week, is balance out our choices and our chances and the changes, because all of those three words muster up feelings. And the biggest word in really all of that is the change that happens. It's the disruptor. Okay, so what we're going to do is, as we learn to juggle, and as you jugglers know, that as soon as we add that third ball, everything changes, right? Our mind has to think a bit faster, or maybe not faster, but adapt. Okay, and what I want to do now is I want to add a third ball. So grab yourself a third ball, and we're going to work through this week as we balance this. So recognize now that third ball as your change ball. We've got a choice ball, we've got a chance ball, and we've got a change ball. So let's just 3-3 that for now. 3-3 that change ball, back and forth, keeping that choice and that chance ball in your hands. Think about what change means to you. We've been speaking for the last few weeks about habits, okay? trying to make little changes in our life to bring things in or take things away. We recognised one ball a while ago as a habit ball, but maybe that habit ball today is your change ball. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to be working on 4, 2, 3. That's what we've been going with for the last week anyway. So that 3 right now is your change ball. And what I want you to try and do is I want you to recognise in your hands as you do this, which is your chance ball. And you're going to throw a 4 around that 3 right before you catch it. So that change ball is going back and forth. And that chance ball is going to come and that change ball almost is going to stop you from getting that chance ball out that hand. Okay, so we're working here on throwing that 3 back and forth right before you catch it, throw it up and get rid of that other one. If you're doing this side swap, recognise the thoughts of the chances and the changes rather than the actual side swap. If this is new to you, you might be just focusing on that juggling. So that's absolutely fine. Just get that 3 out your hand and then maybe throw a 4 with the other ball up. So 3 and then 4. If you've got that 4, 2, 3, let's try and do the whole thing. Bam, bam. Look at me. I've been practicing all week. But what I want you to do is not important that we're juggling it. What's important is that we're recognising all of those 3 different things, the choices, the chances, the changes. There's a lot of things that I'm adding to your head here and a lot of thoughts. And as we go through this week, we're going to dig into them one by one. But I just want to give you that brief introduction of them all today. So choices, chances, and changes. Okay, so keep working through this. Keep working on that 4, 2, 3. As I read a few things out that I found out this morning about choices, chances, and changes and how they balance and work together. Let's start with choice. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. I'm going to say that again. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Chance. In case you never get a second chance, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take that chance. Don't be afraid to let go of that ball. We're always focusing on those catches, I find. I am anyway, in juggling, because that's how we measure success. We're going to grab that. We're going to grab that. But a drop is a learning experience, right? We have to drop. But it might put us off doing it again because we're not quite getting it. We're conditioned to not quite... we can conditioned, I suppose, to celebrate the successes, but also those drops are the learning as well. Okay, change. Change shakes things up and breathes new life into old methods and routines. Change shakes things up and breathes new life into old methods and routines. So let's just have a rampage of appreciation. So whatever you're working on, whether it be just that 3 or the 3, 4 or the full thing, whatever it is, recognize those balls of what they are. And then I just want you to take 2 thoughts. I want you to catch 2 thoughts as you do this. Thought number 1 is what that thing was that you looked at this morning, that you recognize that is always there. And the second thing is just that appreciation, that gratitude you had when we started the class. And just catch those 2 thoughts as you catch the balls. Okay, let's take a chance here. Let's put all 3 balls on our head. Stick them on. Okay. The chance that we're taking is to catch all of those balls. Okay. I want you to put your hands in front of you. You're going to drop your head forward and you're going to try and do that. Your hands are not allowed to touch each other. Okay. You're not allowed to got all that. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Take the chance. Oh, my hands touched each other. Well done, Pete. You got it. You get it. Oh, we ain't got none. That's okay. Like, remember, life's full of chances, full of changes, it's full of choices. I hope you had a nice session. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Cheers for joining in live, guys. I shall see you tomorrow.